we good? Yeah? Are we good? Yes? All right, beautiful. All right, so I'm so excited to be here for multiple reasons. One, because I get to see all of my amazing best friends who are here, so that's just like amazing. And yeah, I'm just excited just to talk to you guys. So usually I don't use my cell phone to speak, but I actually want to list some statistics for you guys before we get into what we're going to talk about. So 85%, the number of women saying they opted out of important life activities such as trying out for a team or a club, engaging with family or loved ones when they don't feel good about the way they look. Yep. 7 out of 10, the number of girls with low body self-esteem who say that they won't be assertive in their opinion or stick to their decision if they aren't happy with the way that they look. 9 out of 10, the number of women who will stop themselves from eating or otherwise put their health at risk. And lastly, 8 out of 10, the number of both women and girls who feel some pressure to never make mistakes or share weakness. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw those statistics, I had 2 reactions. The first reaction was actually super emotional, right? I actually felt myself getting super teary on that because I was like, yes, 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 yes to all of the above. The second reaction that I had was more so like, this is fucking bullshit. I curse a lot, so just like FYI. This is bullshit. This is bullshit that we're actually this way. And it made me really think about my experience and what self-love is really about. Because I really don't like the definition of what is putting out there on self-love, of loving yourself. It's so fluffy. It's so cupcakes and unicorns. It's so like, oh my God, just look in the mirror, slap on some peppermint essential oil and say, you love yourself. Yes, right? And that's not it. It's so dirty, and I don't mean dirty in a bad way. I mean dirty in a way that it takes a lot of work, right? It takes a lot of work. Yes, you can sage the shit out of your house, but that is not going to stop the relationship that you had with your father when he told you that you were ugly at 12. Right? We can put as much essential oil on us, lavender, to calm us down, but that's not going to stop the anxiety of feeling like we suck at work. And 10 years ago, someone told us that we're a horrible, lazy worker, and that's what keeps repeating in our life. Does that make sense? Yeah? Head nod, yeah. Yeah? Yeah. So we need to deal with that versus just sitting in a bathtub being like, this is self-care. This is self-love. I'm going to get a mani-pedi today. This is self-love. That ain't it, boo. It's great. It's a great Band-Aid. But we need to deal with the wound before we put a Band-Aid on that. So when I really started thinking about when I was first introduced to how I feel about my body and the ideas that I feel about my body, I think about my mom. And my mom, for as long as I can remember, and even hearing stories about what she talked about with her body, she's always hated her body. My mom has been on every goddamn diet that you could think of. Specifically, the worst I remember was Atkins, because girlfriend needed some carbs in her life, and she should have eaten them. There's nothing wrong with them, FYI. But she really hated that diet. It really screwed with her. And every time I would tell my mom, oh my God, Mom, you look so pretty. You look so great in that dress. What did my mom say? Ugh. No, do I look at that? Even to this day, my mom is on intermediate fasting now, right? She's 60. Intermediate fasting. And I'm literally like, what are you doing? Stop. Stop it. Stop it. But I look at my mom still, and listen, if I look like my mom at 60, I would be like, praise Jesus. My mom is such a powerhouse. She's so beautiful. She's so amazing. But she doesn't see that. And that's how I grew up, with diet culture, with saying that smaller is better all the damn time. That's all I heard. Smaller is better. So, 2 really big instances in my life when I became older that really defined my body journey was around the age of 12. Now, before 12, I was a very, 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 very headstrong little girl. In kindergarten, I specifically remember being on the playground, playing tag, and Kenneth Sambuco, I'm going to call him out right now, Kenneth Sambuco told me that I could not play tag with him because I was a girl. And I was like, do you know what you're talking to right now? And I proceeded to tell him, girls can do anything boys can do. And I pushed his ass on the ground and said tag. I then got time out because I did that, but I didn't care. I didn't care because for me in kindergarten, I even knew this is not okay. 5th grade, I found out that they were thinking about, I'm from New York, so at that time they were thinking about putting uniforms in a lot of public schools. And I was outraged at that. So I said to my class, you know what? This is not okay. I'm going to make a petition. And everyone's going to sign the petition and say that we don't want uniforms. And I made everyone sign it. I did. I was like, dear Al Gore, this is not okay. This is not okay. And that's how my attitude was until 5th grade. By 6th grade, things really changed. I got my period. And I looked like, at 12, I looked like I was 25. Boobs, ass, the whole damn thing. My mom would not let me go out in anything tight because she was like, no. So I was super aware and super confused, and I just wanted to belong. I just wanted to be one of the popular kids. I just wanted the boys to like me. I just wanted to wear the cool jeans. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to fit in. So the first instance of me being aware of what I looked like was during Christmas. Again, I was 12. And I had this really sexy, lacy dress on. And I was so excited because my mom was actually letting me wear this dress. And I was like, yes! Look in the mirror, hair curled. I was like, oh, I'm taking over Christmas right now. Like, I was like pumped. I was pumped. And I remember my aunt being like, oh, you look so good. And I was like, thanks. Like, I was just so excited. Until my grandmother came up to me. And she was like, she comes up, old Italian grandmother, let me just give preference on that one. And she points to my stomach and she goes, what the hell are you wearing? Suck your stomach in. You should not be wearing that. And I just felt all of this shame instantly wash over me. And I was like, oh my God. My aunt flipped out. My aunt cursed out my grandma. I was like, thank you. But still, that didn't make it go away. It didn't make it go away. Still 6th grade, I really badly wanted to I've always been a performer, danced my entire life, wanted to be a singer, can't sing, but always wanted to be on stage. That was always my big thing. So I became really obsessed with action movies and started watching Mission Impossible 2, to be specifically, a gazillion times because that's what I really wanted to be. I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be an action star. And I specifically remember watching this movie for like the 87th time. And there was one specific scene where the actress is running down, and she's super thin, right? Like size 0, running down, no bra on, white t-shirt, because duh. And she's like, oh my God. And I remember so specifically sitting there watching, saying to myself, if I want to be liked, if I want to be famous, if I want to be popular, I have to be thin. And the next day I stopped eating. It got so bad that I stunted my growth and I lost my period. Yeah, it was bad. My mom would just cry and be like, please eat. But here's the problem. The praise that I got was insane. Look how good you look. Oh my God, you look so good. I started all of a sudden getting invited to all of these parties. I fit into the jeans that I always wanted to do. You know, the flare ones that like you tie up in the middle. Like I got the shirt that said angel on it. Like I was like, oh my God, yes. All I did was get praise. Like, oh, I got a boyfriend. I was like, oh my God, I'm never eating again. I was that person at sleepovers at 12 who was looking at the calories at Teddy Grahams. oh, I can't eat the sprinkles from my ice cream. It has too many calories in it. Like, what? That was me. And then when I finally got my period, do you know what I said to myself? I'm fat again. Like, that literally was my mindset. So, the reason I bring that up is because even after that, it really set the tone for how I felt about my body and how I viewed the way that I looked. And I somehow ended up working in the fitness industry. I know. It's funny. It is. It's funny because I ended up working in the fitness industry. And at 28, 29, I got really depressed. Really depressed. Not just like I flew. Like so depressed. And I really fucking hated myself. Couldn't even get out of bed. So much so, just to give you a degree at this self-hate, my really good friend Maureen one day asked me, because I would just talk to her and I'd be like, oh my God. And she'd be like, I don't understand. Why do you hate yourself so much? I didn't even know. I had no clue. She was okay. I want to ask you, what do you love about yourself? Tell me one thing. Y'all, I had to Google, what does one love about themselves? That's how bad it was. And they had a long list. And I was like, oh my God, I love my bubbly personality. Like that, you know what I mean? Like I couldn't even specifically tell you what I loved about myself. The self-hate was so bad. I was having anxiety attacks, not one, but 4 times a day going into New York City. It was that bad. And not like, oh, I can't breathe. Like it felt like a lion was chasing me. It was so terrible. So when I say that self-love isn't just a bubbly, cupcake, unicorn-filled journey, it's not. It's dirty. And the only way that I got out of that was digging deep, was dealing with the BS. It wasn't a bubble bath that helped me. It wasn't a mani-pedi that helped me. It was literally doing the work that no one talked about, right? Because when we hear, oh, just love yourself. You look on Instagram, oh, just love yourself. You go on Cosmo Glamour, here's 5 ways to love yourself. What? You read it and you're like, right, okay, cool. So today I'm going to tell myself in the mirror that I love myself 10 times. And then after 10 times, you're like, okay, we're going to try again tomorrow. Like it doesn't stick. And that's because we don't actually learn how. Because no one wants to actually talk about how. But today we are. Today we're actually going to dig deep into that because I really want to go into the how. Because here's the thing. As someone who has both had a branding business online and worked on the business end and also has become a life coach, I have degrees in psychology, I get both sides. And please understand this. If you don't deal with your shit, your business isn't going to be successful. It's not. It's not. You're going to screw yourself over. You have to deal with your shit. You have to get dirty with it. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, so let's get into it. 3 ways. 3 ways that we're really going to dig in to understand how to do this. The first one is to have hard conversations. This is probably the most important part, is having the hard conversations. We need to stop wearing the masks that everyone wants us to do. We're so scared of not being liked. We're so scared to not have people like us. Do you know how scary it is to be judged? It's scary, especially by your family. You know how many family members come up to me still to this day? I've had this hairstyle for about 8 years. And I still get family members who are like, so like, when are you gonna like grow that hair out? Like, when are you gonna have like a normal hair color? Like that is literally, I still get that. I still get that. I had to become okay with people not liking me, taking the mask off and becoming who I knew. Listen, I don't agree with finding out who you really are. Y'all know who you are. You know who you are. This isn't some revolution of like, I need to find who I am. Stop. Sit down. You know who you are. Deep down, you know who you are. Take the damn mask off and realize that you are powerful. You know how powerful you are. You know who you are. Close your eyes, envision. Become best friends with that person. Because it's already you. You just need to stop faking the funk. Yeah? So have those conversations. Talk to your mom. Say, you know what? Listen, when I was 10, it really fucked me up when you told me that I sucked at dance. It really messed me up. And now I think I suck at everything. That was really mean. And then get into it. Hey, Dad, it really upset me when the ideas that you threw at me growing up, with church, with religion, and now I feel like I'm a horrible person because I don't believe in what you believe in. That shit holds on to you. Now, I gained about 70 pounds during that 2-year period because I hated myself. Not only hated myself so much, and it wasn't because of the weight gain. Listen, I'm very pro-body, right? I'm very pro-body. I got to a point, even when I was almost 200 pounds, I was still working in the fitness industry and owning that shit. I had so many people come up to me saying that I was the fat instructor. So many people coming up to me saying, I literally had a gym who said to me, you can't teach here because you're fat. Literally. And you know what I did? I was like, that's so funny. That's so funny. Because I didn't let it stop me. I didn't let it stop me. I kept going. I didn't care. I didn't care. That was the catapult that told me, I looked in the mirror and said, you know what? I actually don't know if I'm ever going to lose weight because of how hormonally messed up I am right now. Couldn't even eat anything without my stomach bloating out to look like I was 6 months pregnant. I had no clue what was going on. It was the self-hate and a lot of different stuff, being depressed, being anxious. But I told myself, you know what? I'm going to love myself right now. Because just because I could be 400 pounds, and I'm still going to run around and go on a bike and teach fitness classes and be inspiring as hell. I don't need to be small to be great. Woo, baby! Please let that absorb right now. You don't have to be small to be great. Please understand that. Because in this society, we are so embedded with thinking losing weight is the goal. Oh, you lost weight? Oh my God, you're so amazing. Like you're a goddamn hero. Come on, you can be fucking fabulous at a size 12, 14, 22 than you are at a size 0. I hated myself more at a size 0 than I did at a 14. We need to stop thinking that. You are powerful no matter what size you are. Sometimes the hard conversations are having hard conversations with ourselves. And that's what I needed to do, was have that hard conversation with myself. That I was freaking fabulous at whatever size. And it didn't matter. It didn't matter. So that's the first one. Secondly, it's learning how to say no. We laugh, but we know it's true. No. Hey, do you want to do this? No. Hey, do you want to go over here? No. How do you feel about this contract? No. No, 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 no. I'm not doing it. We allow ourselves to be stretched, banged all over the place. Boundaries. Oh, boundary? Cool. Let me just hop on over that. Stop. Say no. It doesn't make you a bad person. Doesn't make you mean. And who gives a shit if you're mean? Who cares? Listen, it's okay. And I remember talking about this with Shakisha. Listen, I'm not a nice person. I'm kind. Being nice isn't always a good thing. Sure. Being kind is beautiful. Stop allowing people to walk all over you. It is okay to say no. Can we all say no right now? Count of 3. Nice no. Ready? 1, 2, 3. No. Yes. See, it feels so good. Yes. And lastly, it's learning how to parent yourself. This is huge. Learning how to parent yourself. What I mean by that, listen, we're human, we're flawed. Our parents are human and flawed. Maybe we didn't get parented the way that we should have. Doesn't make them bad people. But you as an adult are responsible for yourself. So you need to learn to start parenting the little version of yourself. So for example, let's say that little Nikki, right, wants to go over to someone's house who is a very toxic person. And I really want to go. I'm like, oh, I really want to go. Well, guess what, little Nikki? You know if you you go there, you're going to feel like shit tomorrow. You are not going to feel good. You're going to walk and you're like, oh man, why did I do that? And it's just going to send a whole spiral of shit for the next month. So you're not going to go there. Sorry. It's like talking to a 2-year-old who really wants candy at 9 o'clock at night. And as a mom, you're like, oh hell no. I know what this is going to turn into. That's how you have to talk to yourself. And then allow yourself to have bad days. Guys, I don't know where this happened in the self-development community where we have to be happy all the time. And like everything has to be, again, cupcakes and unicorns. It's not. That's not life. You're allowed to have bad days. Break down. I break down in my car all the damn time. I have breakdowns all the damn time. I talk to myself all the damn time. Doesn't make me a weak person. Emotions doesn't make you weak at all. Have the breakdowns. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. Figure yourself out. Self-awareness is key to everything. But allow yourself to break down and then parent yourself from there. What would a parent do if they saw their kid having a temper tantrum? First, they'd leave them alone in the aisle of Walmart and be like, you go do you, boo. I don't know you, right? And then you come back and you hug them and you say, hey, it's okay. I get it. I get it. Come up, give yourself a hug, and then go on with your day. That's when the essential oils and the mani-pedi and all of that come in. That's the pretty Barbie Band-Aid that you get at the doctor when you're like, oh my God, it's the nice Band-Aids, right? That's when we can put the Band-Aid because the wound isn't gaping open. We're dealing with it. Does that make sense? Yeah? So learn how to deal with it. Parent yourself. And I'll wrap it up with this. Loving yourself, self-care, self-worth, they're all the same damn thing. At the end of the day, understand that you're already powerful. No matter what. No matter if you're not at your goal weight, no matter if you're not at your business, whatever. You wake up powerful. You wake up worthy. No matter what. You could be broke, bankrupt. Guess what? Girl, you are worthy. You are. So start believing that shit. Stop walking around like you're like something's wrong with you. You're not. Go do the damn thing. Yeah? Can we do that? Yes? Hell yeah. Thank you guys.